All right. But even here, the math philosophy applies. You only reduce the problem to things you know how to do. I know how to take square of a number. Okay. I know square of an even number has to be even, or square root of an even number, uh, or if the square of a number is even, the number must be even. If the square of a number is odd, the number must be odd. Those are the things we know. Using those, we actually proved a very powerful thing. That square root of 2 is such a number, it never repeats itself. Okay? In the actual number square root of 2, you can write the entire history of world if you map letters into numbers. You know, your social security number is there. Your birthday is there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, you could do it pi, you could do square root of t. Any irrational number is similar. Pi is one of the most famous examples. Oh, yeah. Yep, yep, yep. It acts like a pointer. But you should have a billion digits of pi available somewhere so that you could retrieve. That actually would make a very difficult code to break. I mean, in SPI stuff, there is something called one-time pad. You have codes, but the key is a one-time pad. You know what corresponds to what. For example, I can write a code that is based on square root of 7, but only you and I know that the key is square root of 7. Since there are infinitely many prime numbers, square root of all prime numbers are irrational, by the way. That's not something Euclid proved, but somebody proved in the beginning of 19th century. It used a similar argument. You assume that it was not, it could be written as a ratio, and you create an absurdity. But it's a little bit more difficult than this. But then again, you know, by 19th century, we knew a lot about things. This guy had to invent geometry. Think of it that way. It's like Newton. He had to invent calculus to come up with his laws of physics. What was I saying? What was the point? Oh, code. There are infinitely many prime numbers. All we have to do is, you know, say location in the square root of that prime number and their letter equivalent, for example. As long as you don't know, you know, what that key is, you have no idea. That's very hard to break. I'm sure, you know, with enough computing power, you could. And with quantum computers, that may be the case. Nobody's gonna use a key that is all the way up there. Anyway, let's go back to our problem. Now we know our target value, okay? Because we obtained that from present value as of age 60 of all the salaries I'm gonna get plus the balloon payment. Now I know what I need to have. I know that I'm gonna earn 8% on all my balances while saving for 40 years every month. The only thing I don't know is periodic payment. I mean, this is already picked as periodic payment, but if it wasn't, choose your unknown as periodic payment and double click on the solver mode. Boom, it solved it for you. There was actually a lot of calculations, but it's so fast you didn't see it. If you use GoalSeek, you would have actually seen the calculations because GoalSeek also updates things on the screen. like the status bar and stuff, those take time, but this very quickly. So saving only 534.51 would be just fine. Now let's change things a little bit. I'm going to ask a different question. Uh, let's take this one. I'm just going to modify this question. Come on, I said Control V. Okay. Okay, we're going to invest this time for 30 years. Hey, I want to retire when I'm 50. You expect to earn X% while saving. You have 15,000. Apparently, you have a lot more money. 15,000. Once you retire, you want to draw 6,000 for 35 years. And you're a greedy bastard and you want to leave only 2 million to grandkiddos. And you could earn only 2% on your savings. I'm going to say you're going to save $500 a month, okay? So that's going to be known. And what is your X%? Your rate of return during savings mode. That's important because if I need to make 12% to reach my goals, either I need to modify my goals, it's too much, or I need to take a higher risk. And we're going to establish that later in the semester, but the golden rule in finance, in order to earn a higher expected return, you should be willing to take higher risk. And we can figure out what sort of risk we need to take. If those are my goals, and I know I can't save more than 500, so what's the required rate of return in a sense? Okay, first things first. Is anybody going to tell me how much I need to have when I retire? I need 2 million when I retire? No, that's 2 million 35 years after I retire. I'm 20 now. I'm going to save for 30 years. I'm going to retire when I'm 50. I'm going to collect $6,000 a month for 35 years and leave only 2 million to grandkiddos. I'm going to have 2 million in my account at that time, but at age 50, how much do I need to have? You can use our secret thing, right? First things first. I want to be out of solver mode because I'm going to read off the left-hand side. Do I need future value or present value for this calculation? I mean, that value is in the future, but it's not that much in the future. I want to know how much I need to have when I'm 50, knowing what I'm going to collect from age 50 to 85. 6,000 a month, 2 million at the end, and I can earn only 2%. Okay. So I need the present value of a 35-year annuity. So it needs to be present. And interest rate is 2. That's what we assumed. I'm gonna save for 35 years. I'm sorry, I'm gonna collect for 35 years. Monthly, I'm gonna get 6,000 a month, and I'm gonna leave 2 million for grandkids. So, given this, how much do I need when I retire? Just look at it and read it off for me. Because that left-hand side gives me the present value. So I need 2,805,000 and some change. That's my target now. I'm going to copy that, paste it to the target value as just values. Now we're going to do exactly the same thing, except our unknown is different. I need 2.805. I'm going to earn some amount. Yes. It's in the sheet. If you double click on it, you can see it anyway. Huh? You must have deleted it because I downloaded the same file. Yeah. Because you probably didn't paste the value. Let me see. Uh, values, yeah. No problem. Okay. Do you see it now? You didn't open it from the Blackboard? You have the same issue? Okay, let me save this and because I opened this from my own. Doesn't matter.